Happy Wednesday. So I am in South Jersey. We have well, actually, I found out that not everybody has snow days today. Some people, we had a good amount of snow in South Jersey, and which some of you may have gotten earlier or have now. But there was our local high school, which my kids don't go to local school, they go to a private school. They called school closed last night at 6 o'clock, and at 9 p.m., they've reversed it to a 2-hour delay. So, like, half of the moms were on Facebook were like, "No take backs, it's already a day off." And the other half was like, "Well, sorry, kids, off to school you go." So, we have a snow day. So, my kids are actually out. My husband's actually off, which is, I think, the first snow day ever since I've had my kids. So, in 8 years that he's actually been home. So, yeah, only in South Jersey do we do that. So, they're outside playing, and I will be hustling my butt out there for a little bit while the baby sleeps when we're done here. But first, we're gonna talk. Okay, first I want you guys to celebrate yourself, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about how to different ways to inspire people to get into action. So, anybody on here want to celebrate themselves or shout out somebody from their team? Just go ahead and unmute.
Good morning. I don't typically do this, but I do have a shout out for myself. I
Yeah.
usually shout other people out. Last night, watching our daughters play hockey, me and the other hockey dad got to talking, and he signed up right then and there.
What?
Yeah, I got a little bit more bold. It's been a while of just kind of tell me about what's going on with you. I'm like, well, you could do it with me, and you could get you reset like free right now. He's like, okay, let's do it. I'm like, well, but you know that you're gonna get your reset free. You're gonna love it. You're gonna tell friends, but it's gonna be 6 months down the road that you're really high fiving me. He's like, I'm on. I'm in. I love this. I'm on board. So yeah, I'm just super
That's
excited. It's a
awesome.
start.
So I love it. But like, okay, let's think about that though. So I think it's safe to say he's been watching,
Mhm.
right?
And watching me drink my pink drink every hockey game and practice and wondering what it's about. Yeah.
Right. So a lot of times it's us that we put up those boundaries to make that a very normal conversation. And they've been like secretly watching, like, I wonder if that's for me. I wonder if that would work. Why hasn't she asked me? Why, like, why have they invited me to go? So I love that you decided to be bold. So the next time you're gonna get nervous again, right? That's what happens. Like it's like a muscle, right? You'll be sore. But think back, be like, no, this person's already been watching. Like they already know.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
that.
and I woke up this morning going, why didn't I take a selfie with him and ask him to post it on his social? But we're heading to a tournament this weekend, so I'm going to totally do that like later on tomorrow.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it. Great job. Great
Thanks,
job.
Kate.
Who else? Celebrate or shout out somebody on your team.
I'll go.
Okay.
I want to shout out my friend Leslie. She has been on the products for a couple months, and last month she just decided to do a wellness event on Facebook, and she has been sharing like crazy. She's had her own results from just like reflux, and now we're doing the inflammation challenge that she's had results in like the first day. So that's been really great. She went senior silver like in a week and a half during her event. So like she's really pushing, she's really reaching out, and she's even had two of her level ones just sign up a friend each. So she's just killing it, and I'm really proud of her.
I love that. Emily, was it in a chat online event or was it in like a Facebook group?
So I actually helped her do a Facebook group.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I keep going back and forth with the chats. I mean, it's hard to say because sometimes you get great results from the chat and then sometimes the Facebook groups too. When I
Mhm.
do a Facebook group, I leave it up usually for a week, or in this case, it was longer because we were trying to get her senior silver. But I try to do a bulk of the posts like in one night or like
Yep.
between 2 days. So
Yeah.
similar to how you are with the chat. Um, but then having her tag people in specific
I love that.
posts with that. So
I love
it's
that.
worked out great.
I love that. And I ask because I personally, I don't love chat parties just like personally.
Yeah.
They overwhelm me, right? Where I've seen people have amazing success with them. I, however, have better results with Facebook group events. Even in the past, coming up through all the ranks, like that's just what we did. We didn't have chat parties then, right? So I have now been kind of reverting back to using Facebook group events. But I'm loving the idea that you have of, I've never done this though, having them tag their potentials like in their group on like the try, instead of sending them like all of things in chat, like, hey, I'm gonna go tag you in the triplex video. I'm gonna go tag you in so and so's testimony, but they're still in like your little bubble. So I kind of love that idea, Emily. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Anybody else? Shout out, celebrate.
I'd like to celebrate something. I started rebounding in December, and I joined a radical rebounding group that I subscribe to workouts each day. And I reached out to the girl in charge, Rachel, who's wonderful. And I just told her about my products. And she said, anytime you want to tag me in rebounding and plexus, I'll put it on my page too. And she has 100,000 followers. So I'm super excited and just praying about where God might take this. It's just like, it's super exciting because I am absolutely loving her rebounding workouts. But she said she'd be willing to tag. I also sent her like tons of samples, and she told me she's going to try them. So it's a lead, it's a lead.
Yes.
It's putting some feelers out there. And I also had another girl just Monday, because she got on the opportunity call Monday night. She's only in her 40s. She lost her husband last year. She really needs our community. She loves the products, but she's never even wanted to do a post. And she did a post, and now she's like, I want to do this. So I'm really excited about that too.
I love that. The importance of follow-up. I love it, Kim. That's so exciting. And I love watching you do your rebounding stuff. I think it's great. It's so fun. Like, I think it's great. I love it. Anybody
Thank
else?
you.
I will go real quick. So I did a chat party like a couple of months ago, and I don't know if y'all saw it in my story. Like Alita basically was just like, add everybody, like add the people to it. Well, I just really took that as just like, add everybody. And before I knew it, like Alita called me. She's like, you have 79 people in your chat. Like, what's happening? And I was like, I don't know. You just said everybody that interacted with me. So anyway, in that, I had my cousin who was like, I don't want to be a part of this, like, a super negative. She would see my stuff, but was just a negative Nancy about it. And sorry if anybody's name is Nancy on here. But anyway, so she just would take herself out of chats or wouldn't interact, whatever. And when I had put up the post about samples, she had said, I would love to try it. And she got her sample, and like, she texted me and said, I just got your sample. Can you please send me the link so I can order? And ordered right there on the spot. And I was like, this is hilarious, because you wanted absolutely nothing to do with my products. And I would see that she would watch like the first story. And then I would see that, you can tell when people start to die off by your views, right? And I would see that she would stop watching. All of a sudden, I see she's watching all these stories. And within, like I said, like 20 minutes of her texting me, she's saying that she got her sample. Now she has purchased, and she was like, I can't wait for them to get here. And I'm like, funny how the tables have turned.
Yes. It's so entertaining. People are so entertaining, aren't they? Like, they're just so funny. You're just like, okay. And really, like, nothing changed, right? Nothing changed, except you stayed consistent. Even though you're like, I know she doesn't like it, like, I'm gonna keep, invite her to this, and people come around, right? They have different conversations with people. They Google the different things. Their doctor tells them something. They see something on TV or Instagram,
And when
like,
she said she wanted a sample, I was like, why? You don't even like the product. What are you talking about? Why would you want to drink it? Of course I got like, I have to spend money to send you my product that I'm paying for. And I was a little bitter. I'm not going to lie. But then I was quickly humbled when she was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And so I just, it was really cool. So
I love that. Win. That is a win. All right. Before we switch gears, anybody else? Bitter to better. I love that. Bitter to better. Celebrate. Shout out. Anybody? Going once. Michael's putting his hat on backwards. He is ready. He's here for it. I love it.
I'm here for it today.
You're here for it.
I've got to do some meditation, but no, I mean, you say my name. I'll shout out my wife. She is on day 3 of the reset. She's got her hoodie on. Well, now she's coming out of hibernation. But going into day 3, she's 4 pounds down. The
Yeah,
reset's been
girl.
a real challenge for her. And we've got a group of 12 people going. My upline wasn't able to join us, but we're doing the things. I'm
Love
cheering
it.
for her.
You got this. That's
Thank you.
exciting. Exciting. All right. Anybody else? Shout out, celebrate. Going once, going twice.
I've been working on a couple people for one of them probably 2 years, the other probably the last 8 months or so, and they're signing up this week. So
Yes.
consistency and persistency, y'all.
Yes.
it.
Yes. Stay with the follow-up. Perfect. All right, you guys, we are going to be talking about different ways to inspire others. And like, let's be real, we've probably heard these, right? We've probably gone through them, but sometimes we need to kind of refresh that it's not always about telling them like, you need to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And it's inspiring them to get into action and to do their thing. Michael, I just laughed. You were talking about meditation. So again, if you've never met me, my name is Caitlin and I'm your sports analogist. So I'm reading The 11 Rings by Phil Jackson. So if anybody likes basketball, I suggest you listen and read that. It's a long book, but it's so good. And he talks so much about meditation and how much meditation he had his teams do, and how people in the NBA thought he was like wacko because of how much spirituality he would bring into the team, and having them meditate and clear their minds and having like their inner selves be in tune with themselves and with the team. So you said that, and that's immediately what I thought of, like, oh, Phil Jackson would be so proud of you. But anyway, so getting into ways to inspire others. Okay, the first way we can inspire other people is to lead by example. Okay, it is getting in the trenches, doing the things, showing up, right? Building our own teams, building your level ones, sharing your wins and your losses, being authentic. Okay. It is really, really easy for people. And we've heard everybody and their brother say this, right? Like, you see people on chapter 20 and you're like, they just arrived. They just got there. It was so easy for them. Like, I haven't seen so-and-so in so long anywhere on social media, and now they just swept the contest. How the heck did that even happen? Right? Like, we see that stuff and we're like, well, that's nice. But what we're not seeing is the losses. Okay? What you're not seeing is the day-to-day grind, show up, consistency, pedal to the metal, right? So as a leader, you want to be showing your team, this is what I'm doing. Hey, I reached out to 10 people today. I make it like I'm usually pretty intentional. If I send a throw up message, right? Like a hold my hair, throw up message, I'm letting my team know, like, I have been doing this for 8 years and I still want to puke sometimes. Okay. So you've been here, you've been around the block. It doesn't matter. You send these messages. So show your team, lead by example. If you're sending a message and it's working, send that to them. Say, hey guys, this is really working for me. You don't have to tell them right then and there, go do this. Like, hey, I've been doing this and this is working. I've been hosting events and this is what I'm seeing. Hey guys, I tried this and it didn't work. I just want to let you know I'm kind of recalibrating things on this. Let's move forward. Lead by example in the highs and the lows. Show up. That will inspire people to keep going. Be authentic. Okay. You don't have to like paint the perfect picture. You're the perfect ambassador that never makes mistakes and they don't have any fall off and retention is not a problem. Be authentic and lead by example. The second thing is painting the vision. Okay. We talk about this all the time. Vision, 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 vision. Talk about the things that are happening in your business. Paint the picture. What are the feelings that you're having around what's happening in your business? Share them with people. Just like Jen Jones, somebody at hockey was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And she was just like, "Oh, well, let me tell you." Like, just talk about it. Talk about your business. Talk with your team why you believe in them. What do you see in them? Remind them, hey, I think you're really good at this. And if you tell somebody, hey, I think you're really good at this, they'll be like, really? Oh, thanks. Like, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that I was really, I didn't even know. That's just who I am. I just did, and it might be something that's super natural for them, but they're not told that, hey, you're really good at that. You're really good at rallying people. You're really good at explaining the comp plan. Hey, you're really good at the back office. Hey, you're really good at being relatable to people. Let your teams know what they're good at. They're going to lean into those strengths and talk as if like some of it's already done. Sharon. Yeah. Okay. So I did it to Sharon last week. I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, you need to get on my big team, our team page more and go live. I said, because whenever you have to like host a Zoom or cover for me, I said, people literally send me messages about how they just love your take on things and your view and your energy. And she's like, what? I'm like, yes. Like they were like, I just love how she thinks. I just love this. She's like, oh, I'm like, okay, yeah. So you're really good at it. So you need to get in your stories more and you need to get live on the team page more and inspire more people. And every single time she does, she gets more prospects. She gets more positive feedback. And guys, that's going to boost her confidence. It's going to grow her business. And by her doing it, her team is inspired to go get on their stories. Oh, Sharon just got on her stories and talked about her reset. And you know what? I can do that too. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I will pull a YouTube video, okay? Pull a YouTube video or Facebook Live or something about, let's just say reset, like when reset came out. I'm trying to remember whose it was. I don't remember who did the video. I watched that reset video probably 5 or 6 times in a row. Turned my camera on and did a video and just regurgitated as much as I possibly could from that person. Right? Because I was like, I feel confident. I'm borrowing their confidence. I'm borrowing their knowledge. They're educating me. I'm learning. Now I'm hype. I know what I'm talking about. And I got on and I did it. And then guess what? Other people on my team got on. They're like, oh, she just got on and talked about the reset. And I've learned these 3 things. I had no idea what autophagy is. And now I do. I'm going to go live on Facebook. Right? So it's like, paint the vision. Tell people what they're good at. Hey, I can really see you hosting Power Hour soon. Like, you're really killing it. Hey, I loved hearing you talk to your team about this. Okay? And talk as if it already happened. You're going to inspire so many people tonight. I just know it. There are going to be so many people on. They're going to get so excited. I can see you doing this. I can see you leading chats. I can see you like talk to your people about what's possible. Paint the vision for them. Talk about, everybody wants to talk about like time freedom and financial freedom and flexibility and all the things. Talk about it. If Brittany posted her post yesterday about her house has been taken out by the flu, right? And I was like, girl, this was me a couple weeks ago. Like we were under it, right? She casts a very good vision in that post of like, life sucks right now, but I am sure glad that I work from home. I am sure glad that I can be here for these kids and I don't have to leave this house. And then I loved, if you did not read this post, go read it. I love the end because it's like, if you want to chat, let's chat next week. Like, I'm in the thick of it. I'm human. Here I am. Like, we ain't in no rush for the sale. We'll talk next week, right? Like, but she casts a very good vision in that post of like, we are in the thick of it. Things suck right now. Everybody is sick. I'm up to here. But I can tell you, I am sure glad that I don't have to go to work anymore outside the house. Right? Cast vision for people. Attach the feelings to it. They're going to connect to that. Okay, I was saying, I don't know if I said this on the recording at the beginning or not, but how our local school, they called it, they closed yesterday at like 6 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock they were going to do a 2 hour delay, and the parents had no idea, like, actually what is the right announcement? Like, are we closed? Are we 2 hour? Are we closed? Right? And I'm just like, these poor parents that have to figure out childcare, and they're like, I don't even know, what am I doing with my kids? Where am I going? What days do I have off? Now I'm unpaid. Like, thank God I don't have to think about that. Like, I don't even know. I'll tell you guys the truth. And I take this as like vision casting when I was at school. My kids have off on Friday and Monday for the holiday. I typically don't even realize when my kids are off of school because my life, my schedule doesn't change other than I don't have to drive them. So it literally, people at school be like, oh, like, we'll see you on Monday. And I'm like, what's tomorrow? They're like, we have off. And I'm like, the beauty of working for myself and from home, I have no idea. Like, and I just take that as vision casting for the people around me when I say it, because I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm home with them, or the only thing I don't have to do is drop them off and pick them up. That's it. My life's the same. Vision cast for people around you. If you have something that you're winning at in your business, cast the vision for your team. Talk about it. Wins, lows, all the in between. Throw the feelings on them. They will connect with those. All right, create a plan. This is a big part of the book that I'm reading, The 11 Rings, because we talked about this last week. Like, as the coach, it's different than being the player, okay? You can't go to your team all the time, and this is hard for me because I'm a box checker, I'm type A, like, go do this, go do this, go do this, go do this, let's just get it done, right? You got to create a plan. You got to show them what we're doing. Okay, here's my problem. My husband and I will get in a car, right? And I'll be like, where are we going? And he's like, I don't know. We're just going to take a ride. And I'm like, but we got to take a ride. Like, where? He's like, I don't know. Where? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? How do you know where we're going? How do you know when we're done? Where are we supposed to stop? And he's like, Kate, we're just driving around. It took me, when we started dating, he would do this all the time. And it took me years. I'm still not really okay with it. I'm just a bit more submissive now. Like, where are we going? Why? We don't have a plan? Right? People need a plan. They want to see a plan. Where are we going? What is the goal? What are we working towards? What are we working towards? Do I have a deadline? What is required of me? Okay. Put the plan out and then inspire them to move. Hey, go do this, and fill out these boxes. Or, hey, Jen, let's message like 5 people today about your upcoming event. That's different than saying, go do your IPA and message people. Hey, let's pull 5 people off of your list and send them a message today about the event that you're having. And then we can work on answering them together. That is totally different than go do this. Go message your people. Go send 5 messages about the upcoming event. Let me know the responses you get. We can work through responses together. That's different. Hey, who's 5 people that you would really like to talk to about the business? Can you think of 5 people? Get back to me in a couple hours. That's different than like, go invite 5 people to the event. Inspire them to think, inspire them to use their own natural ability to figure out and solve problems. Direction, yes. Can't make them do anything, but you can inspire people to do just about anything. 4, we talked about this last week too. Recognize and celebrate wins. I cannot say this enough. If you shout out and celebrate something enough, it will get duplicated. If I have my level 1 sets an event, it's on the calendar, and I go into my chat and I say, Jen just set an event. We're super excited. She's doing a Valentine's theme sip and see. It's going to be a great time. I will bet you by the end of the day, at least 2 more people pop into that chat and say, I just put an event on the calendar. Because Jen got recognized for it. Okay. And people have FOMO and they want recognition. Hey, I'm so proud of Jen. She's setting up an in-person event and an online event for this month. We're going to get it done before the sale's up, blah, 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 blah. Shouting her out. Guaranteed at least one other person will move. And as a leader, this also tells you who those people are, which will help you figure out how to inspire them later. Sometimes you've got people on your team, like, they don't care what other people are doing. They're just in their own lane. They don't care. Then there's the competitive people that are like, well, I don't want to miss out. I need to get an event on. I want recognition. I want to get shouted out. They're going to duplicate the behavior that you're recognizing and celebrating and shouting out. Right? So this doesn't even, it's not always about points and it's not always about rank ups. If people are completing things, if they're sending hard messages, if they went live for the first time, if they got somebody on a phone call, shout them out. Hey, Jen just got me on a 3-way phone call. She totally rocked it. We're sending a cart now. 3-way phone calls are where it's at. Guaranteed someone else will reach out and be like, I need to get you on the phone with somebody. You want to highlight the work that you want duplicated. Shout it out. This is also back to what the first one, lead by example. Okay. As a leader, I'm leading by example saying like, hey, Jen did this. We did this call. I want my people to get me on phone calls and in chats, right? So I'm shouting Jen out. I'm lifting Jen up. I'm highlighting what she's doing, but I'm also using it as a tool in my business to inspire other people. Hey, this is the behavior I want you to mimic. Right? So recognize, celebrate the wins. If you like it and you want more of it, make a big deal. Yes, impact. Make a big deal about it if that's what you want. Okay, number 5. Last one. Be their best accountability partner. When I started this business, we were all new, right? We were all new. Megan and I, we were new, we were in this, and we were running, we called running partners, buddies, whatever. You are accountability partners. You do everything together. When you have somebody coming in and you want them to start duplicating and they want to do the business and they're raising their hand, you do everything together. You tell them what you're doing. They tell you what they're doing. You're going to host an event. Hey, let's do it together. Do you want to do this? I'm going to send these messages. I'm sending a barf message. You send a barf message. Like, you are their best accountability partner. Hey, did you take your pink drink today? Here's a selfie of me and mine. Did you do yours? Like, that, if you've got people that are just getting started and you're worried about their consistency, take a picture of you and your pink drink and you're like, hey, drinking my drink, thought of you. Did you get yours in yet? Send me a picture, put it on our stories. Like, you are their best accountability partner. Like, you are just shy of everything but in their pocket. Let's do this. Let's have an event. I'm signing up one. I'm going silver. Like, this whole refresh silver thing. Like, I said to my girls, I'm like, listen, I'm going silver. Let's do it together. I need 3 people. We need 3 people. Let's go. We're brand new. Let's do. We are each other's best accountability. You're communicating often with them. You talk to your accountability partners the most. You give feedback. You build belief. Because when you're with your accountability partners, whether they're upline, downline, sideline, on their team, somebody just signed up, you can have, there's different levels of the relationship, but you can give feedback. Hey, I saw your post. Absolutely loved it. But what would be better next time? Instead of using a stock picture, use a picture of yourself because that's what people want to see. Give the positive feedback. You're going to get more likes and comments on that if you use your face. I promise you. Hey, that picture you shot me yesterday of you and your pink drink? Put that on your story today. Tag me. You are their best accountability partner. You're helping to keep them consistent. You're helping to cheer them on. And that doesn't matter what we're talking about, whether they're talking about sidelines, uplines, like, you be the best accountability partner for the people around you. If you can do those 5 things, there's a few more, but if you do those 5 things to start inspiring people and you do them consistently, people will move without you having to drag them. You won't even understand when the switch, it just starts to happen and you're just like, I don't know. Although you do know because you made some changes. I don't know, just kind of started happening. People just started messaging me. People started showing up. People started adding people. Events seem to be working again. Yeah, because you're working the system. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Peace out. Thanks for jumping on.